Speaking of jokes, Nick Wright opened his fucking yapper again, talking about the Detroit Lions again.
Nick Wright opened his mouth.
And once again, because you would think a 10-1 team, you'd have good things to say. You'd think about the number 1 offense in the league, you'd have good things to say. You'd think a top 2 defense in the league, you'd have good things to say. No, because it's a fucking joke of a man, a joke of an analyst named Nicholas Wright. Put up the quote, please. What the fuck is this?
What did you say?
This is from Nick Wright on whatever fucking show he's on these days.
First things first.
Yeah, first things first.
Is that with Chris
realist.
Broussard where you dropped the R?
Yeah, he said he's Broussarded.
He is Broussarded.
Are
you Broussarded?
Are you Broussarded? The quote from Nick Wright is, "I would just caution everyone about Detroit, but they are on one bad 8-day stretch from going from the 1 seed to the 5th seed. Things could turn on them quickly." And then, obviously, alongside that, we got the Detroit Lions' remaining schedule. The division opponent on a short week, the Chicago Bears. Division opponent, the 8-3 Green Bay Packers on a Thursday night, but you get a full week's rest for that one. And then you move on to the top of the AFC in that one, the Buffalo Bills. Then another division opponent against Chicago Bears. This one's in Chicago. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. Then San Fran. Then the Minnesota Vikings still haven't lost. Does he actually have a point here, Spinny?
No, he does not have a point here because the Lions are the best team in the NFL. Obviously, Nick Wright, if you want to say, well, be careful about this team. If they lose all their games, they're not going to be good. Like, no shit, idiot. But make it make sense. This Lions team has proven to beat teams. Doesn't matter if you're good, doesn't matter if you're bad, because check it, they have the second most wins in the NFL against teams with over 500 record. Like, this is not a team that just beats bad teams. So, yeah, if Nick Wright's point is, hey, this team won't win if they lose, then, yeah, I guess he's got a point there. But just saying that is lazy. Like, break down what you think the Bears are going to beat them, bud. Break down what makes you think the Chicago Bears will beat the Detroit Lions. Break down what makes you think the Green Bay Packers will come into Detroit and beat the Lions after we already beat them at home. I don't know what he wants me to say to this. Like I said, yeah. Oh, look out, bud. If the Eagles lose 4 straight games, they're not going to be as good anymore. No shit, idiot. Like, that's what happens when you lose games.
That is fair, but I guess in the context of these injuries that we're dealing with right now, we don't know how long until they're going to be readily available. Obviously, Dan Campbell did mention, I think it was Carlton Davis specifically, like, for the regular week, this guy probably goes. But this isn't that same team with these guys missing. I think there is a little bit of a conversation to be had. The Bears, we're going to beat the Bears. I think it'll be tough. I don't think it's going to be an easy game at all. I think Green Bay, that's going to be a tough one. I obviously think Buffalo's going to be a tough one. Then at Chicago, depending on the weather, actually depending on how this first Chicago game goes, we can have a conversation about that. But San Fran, Minnesota, I mean, it is a tougher schedule than when we looked at the Eagles yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tougher schedule, but we're a better team. And, like, say what you want about the injuries. You guys, Nick Wright, you know we've been doing this without the MVP of the NFL and Aiden Hutchinson so far for the last 7 weeks. You know, we haven't been doing this with 4 guys who are supposed to be rotational pieces on our defensive line. Like, yeah. What are we doing here, man? I just – this is such a lazy take to me. Like, if this team loses, then they won't be in first place. Yeah, that's what happens. But if they win, they will. I don't know how he wants people to respond to it.
He's just pussyfooting around saying he doesn't think the Detroit Lions will survive.
Say what you want.
The rest of that schedule.
I think you're stupid. And you picked the Bears to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the dumbest fucking shit that I couldn't believe. Like, when I saw someone post that underneath the Jared Goff comments he made last week, I was like, there's no fucking way that's, like, real.
No, it's nothing they do. Is the only, like, real, I believe, from big media.
NFL Live.
Is I believe NFL Live.
Yeah.
I believe athletes. Like when the former athletes are up there,
Yeah.
and I believe Pat McAfee. Well, I guess he's a former athlete technically, but I believe the McAfee show because they're just real and they just talk shit.
Yeah.
I believe NFL Live because they sit there and they analyze things on why they believe it. I believe professional athletes because they're never going to talk choppy about somebody unless they actually believe it.
Yeah.
Guys like Nick Wright are just literally there to get clicks.
Yeah. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be, and I'm 100% with you on this one, that there's any type of analyst behind it. Because I think there could be a case be made, but you didn't make that case. Mm-hmm. And you just said this directly after the week that they proved you wrong again with the Jared Goff stuff.
And excluding PTI. They're the OGs. Love PTI. It's on right now. So
and they're just talking shit. They're just chopping shit. Speaking of talking shit, we got another Nick in our building who'd like to talk some shit to the Nick in their building.
Okay, so the Lions have a tough schedule coming up, right?
Correct,
we can all
yeah.
agree on that. So Nick Wright is saying, oh, so the Lions can't go through a tough part of their schedule? A tough part of their schedule, like playing at the division-leading Texans. Part of their schedule, like beating the Seahawks, who now lead that division. Going to Arizona, kicking ass in Arizona.
Talk to
going
him, Nick.
to at Green Bay and
Talk
beating
to
the
him, Nick.
Packers in Lambeau. Going to Minnesota and beating the Vikings.
Talk to him, Nick.
Is that what we're talking about, Nick Wright? The tough part of their schedule? Yeah, because they beat tough teams all the damn time. Just because they kick the living shit out of the bad teams doesn't mean you can take away that they've beaten the good ones and they've beaten them handily. Yeah, the Nick Wright just getting up on his goddamn high horse, probably just hating the Lions again.
Yeah.
Because he's all about them Chiefs.
Because he needs something to do. He needs something to be relevant. I get it. It's boring. It's tired to come in here every week and say
They're
the
the best
Detroit
team in the
Lions
league.
are the best team in the NFL. It's really hard for me to see them losing a game when you look at them going to a first-place team on the road and their quarterback throwing 5 interceptions and them still winning. It's kind of hard for me to paint a tougher picture for them in a game. So yeah, I get it. That's boring to do. But when you got to do it, you got to do it. You can't just go, oh, but what if they lose? What if they lose? Well, why? Give me a reason why you think they would. Because Carlton Davis is out and we're playing a rookie quarterback. Aaron Glenn is going to make Caleb Williams' life hell on Thursday.
You better.
He's going to.
You got a rookie quarterback. That's what you're supposed to do. The one thing, if I'm betting, definitely taking his rushing yards. Did a little bit of homework today. The offense does look different. I think it'll be a close game, a tough game. It's what the Chicago Bears have been for us historically. We have the injuries on top of that too. But I need that just for this Nick Wright comment.
I need that.
Just because he went and said this fucking Chicago Bear team
That's sloppy.
was going to represent the NFC in the freaking Super Bowl. I mean, that's ridiculous. A rookie quarter. I get the way it looked out in the offseason. I think you and I, Nick, we thought the Chicago Bears were going to win like 9 games, maybe even make a playoff berth.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl, though, was beyond like that. That's
ridiculous.
That exposed your hand right then and there before the season even started. You are in this for clicks because there's nobody in their fucking right mind picking a rookie quarterback. I don't care how good he is previously in his collegiate career to make the freaking Super Bowl at the professional NFL level.
Yeah, it's just, he's dick sucking to suck dick, I guess. Maybe he's a Chicago guy. Maybe
He's so much
Chicago's
of a Patrick
big
Mahomes
market.
dick sucker that the mini replica or next of him,
Flannel?
he wanted to hurry up and jump on that dick before anybody else could.
Oh, Caleb Williams?
Yeah, Nick Wright's a big fucking Patty Mahomes guy.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, he's a fucking. So the closest thing that resembled him entered the league. He wanted to make sure to fucking get his hands on that sack too.
Yeah, it's, maybe Nick Wright paints his nails.
Nick Wright looks like a penis.
He does kind of look like a hell yeah. He kind of looks like
With hair
kind of
sprouting
looks
out.
like the lady from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
The evil
Scary
one.
looking one. Yeah,
the one that
skinny bitch.
the one that makes the poison for Cusco.
Yeah.
Cusco's poison. The poison to kill Cusco.
Stop saying that. We get it. Yes.
Yeah, he's-
Like he looks like the bottom of a dick.
He does look like
Saying like
yeah.
with the,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sup, dickhead?
dickhead.
Dickhead.
Yeah, I think Nick
What
Wright's
you
a fucking.
dickhead?